Okay, welcome back. Today is my Cavernoma story. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ken, and you know what? I don't even know what date it is. Doesn't matter. Okay, well, today I'm going to talk about my psychological issues relating to me having a Cavernoma. Now, when I talk about psychological issues, I'm talking about how I feel, why I do things, and what's going on in my head. And these are things that are always going on in my head. I have no, well, I do have control over them, but it's like someone whispering in your ear constantly to be careful and not to do things in case something goes wrong. And it drives me mad, though. It really drives me mad. It's it's not something that I'm not hearing voices. I'm not going mad. I'm just saying that these are issues that I have. Um, I have issues with high pitched noises, but sounds because of the my issue with my hearing. I can only hear high pitched noise. Well, I can hear noises, but the very high pitched noises I can hear a lot more of, and they drive me mad all the time. So it's it's one of those things that I'm getting used to slowly. Um, it's it's always going to be there. I don't know how like it's going to get worse, if it's going to get better, but I just carry on. That's all I can do. Just carry on. Just live your life the best you can. Today I'm going to talk about issues that I have. Now, because of my Cavernoma, because of where it is, and because it's not as easy to get to as a Cavernoma located anywhere else in the brain. It could be located on the outside of the brain. It could be located inside the brain. They are actually easier to get to than my Cavernoma. My Cavernoma, as most of you know, is located in the brainstem. Now, the brainstem isn't very easy to get into. You have to wait till there's a bleed, and then hopefully it's allowing you to get in. That is the only time that they can physically get into the area. Now, I have a lot of fear going on in my head at the moment, and that fear is related to um having this thing in my brainstem that nobody can get to. Well, not unless there's a bleed happening. They can't get to it, and that makes me very angry. Um, it's it's something that I have to learn to deal with. Um, it's what's the word mover? It's makes me very angry. Um, and like I don't get me wrong, I don't get physically angry with anybody. I just have these things going on in my head, and I have a lot of fear of doing things, of doing anything really. Just hang on, I'll put my glasses back on because I can't see properly. Yeah. Okay. Now, in addition to having a lot of fear, I have a lot of guilt. When I say guilt, I mean there's things that happened in the past that I'm not proud of, I'm not happy about, but they've happened. Um, and my attitude is always look forward. I learned that from a very good friend, and I'm going to keep to that as best I can. I also have a lot of fear, anger, fear, fear of the future because I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't like making long-term plans. And that's being honest. I don't have having this thing in my head and being unable to get to it as easy as anything else that is if it's located anywhere else in the brain gives me a lot of fear because of the unknowing. Like I don't want to make too many long-term plans in case something happens, and I I'm just what's the word? I'm fearful of the future. I'm really fearful of the future, and let's be honest. I've I might have hurt people in the past regarding my fear, but I didn't mean to. I just I just get very nervous at times, and being nervous is not something I'm proud of. Like nervous of going on a first date or something like that is normal. It's a healthy reaction to a situation that you're in. And but being nervous of everything else is can be very hurtful to. When I say hurtful, I mean it's I do a lot of, I how do I say? No, no. Um. So having Cavernoma in an area that we can't get to gives me a lot of issues. Excuse me. I'll just take these off actually. Um, with the Cavernoma, because I have a number of issues, as you know, as I've talked about earlier. I I'm really afraid of what can happen. Um, and not knowing. well, nobody knows what's going to happen. But the fear of, like, so let's take, for example, anybody can get knocked over by a bus. You take precautions. You don't walk across the road without looking and being very careful. They are taking cautions to make sure nothing happens to you. In my situation, I can't do anything. I have to live every day knowing that no matter what I do, no matter what I say, this thing might happen again. And that scares me to bits. I might set things fast, and I really don't mean to hurt anybody. Um, I've just very fearful of everything, and that's not a nice feeling to have. Every day, every second of the day, I'm I'm watching what I do. I'm analyzing how I feel, and that's not nice because you're second guessing yourself all the time. And I don't trust my own body at times. And like last year, I was in the hospital. I went to A&E 3 or 4 times, and I was in hospital for 3 days to get tests done to find out if there's anything else wrong. Each of those times, I felt weird, and that made me think something had gone wrong. And so I went to hospital to get checked. It turns out I was okay and nothing to worry about. I don't know what caused it. I don't know what caused it, but I just every time I get a feeling through my whole body, I get weak or something, I worry, and that's not nice. That is really not nice. We're having to worry about yourself all the time. Not knowing what is going to happen in the future is a very frightening thought to go like to have, because I I want to I want to have a normal life. That's all I want. And I can't. Um that makes me very angry. As you can see, it's kind of upsetting me. But it makes me very angry. And not being able to say, oh, everything is going to be okay. I can't say that. I will never say everything will be okay with me, with my health, because I don't know what's going to happen. And that scared the shit out of me. Like, I've noticed also, I have also noticed that if I am dreaming of being in a high location, I get vertigo. Whether I'm dreaming or when I'm physically in a high location, I get vertigo. And I react. I try to get myself out of the situation as fast as I can. And that's weird. That is a weird feeling to have. I know there's plenty of people out there that suffer from vertigo. Um, it's it feels weird. Just really doesn't. It's not comfortable. That's what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that having vertigo is not a comfortable experience for me. Um, I used to have no problem with heights, but now I don't like heights at all, and that's not a nice thought. That's not a nice feeling to have. Having vertigo is not a nice feeling to have. There is what I'm going from now on. Well, I've been out of the scene for a few weeks because of some personal issues, but I'm going to start doing videos again once a week, and my aim for this time next year, I've said before, but I've had to change slightly. So this time next year, I want to get to 500 subscribers. So I need help from you. I need you all to help me get to there. And in order to do that, I need you to share this video on my channel out to all your friends, as many as you can. That's it. I know I don't like people to do things for me, but I want to get my word out there and to let people know that this issue is for real, and this situation that is not, I'm not the only one in the world going through this situation. There's probably thousands of people going through what I'm going through. There is, I know there's a support groups online, and they are a great source of information, and they help people a lot. But I want to get my story out there. I want to educate, if I can, educate people in how this is affecting me and how it could affect other people. So share this video with all your friends, click that like button, and I will see you next week. So keep in touch, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay? Bye.